Here we are with none other than the legend himself, the fashion photographer extraordinaire, Robertson Aguirre. Were you always into photography, or is this something that just come recently, or were you into photography back in Nigeria, or?
Yes, I've always, back in Nigeria, back in the day, I just take photographs of people. I think it mainly started when I was doing my youth service corps, when I took loads of photographs of the activities of friends that was in the service with me. That's where it started. Yeah, and then when I came to the UK, it was about taking good photographs. I wanted to take good photographs and had to invest in some expensive equipment so that was the beginning for me.
Do you have a particular style?
I think my style, I will classify my style as one that sometimes you can call candid, in the sense that I like to take images where, I what you're seeing from my image will be about vulnerability and will be about colors. I like to capture people in their natural self, and I think that transpired from when I was doing street photograph, and that's helped me doing fashion shoot to capture the same characteristics of every image that I shoot.
Okay, okay. Do you prefer to street shoot, or do you prefer to have your camera out on the catwalk?
I think they both have different advantages because on the street, you actually capture people in their normal self. There's no posing because I just see something while I'm walking on the street with my camera. If I don't shoot it, that moment is all gone. But with the fashion, you know what you expect. You expect the models to come out on the catwalk, looking glam, wearing whatever outfits. That's natural portrayal of the event. Yeah, so I don't say I have any particular preference. It depends on where I am at any particular time.
Okay, okay. And can you take us through, say, a catwalk? What do you do? What on the catwalk? How do you set it up, and what do you do?
I think on the catwalk, you get there before the event actually starts because you want to know what the layout of the venue is. Where would the catwalk be starting from? Where would the models be coming from? And where they be walking to, turn around. The photographers always have their station anyway, so you know where you're going to be positioned to get the right image. So that's how I set up.
Okay, okay. How do you keep up to date with fashion? Because it changes a lot.
Excuse me.
So,
I keep up to date with fashion by making sure that I'm well knowledgeable about what is happening in the outside world. It doesn't matter where, which country. And you also have a lot of fashion magazines, you have fashion news, and you also look at the social media, what is going on. You look at different images of different fashion shows. So that gives you an idea what is out there. Musical events, entertainment as well, shows also gives you an idea of different iconic fashions.
do you have any favorite fashion house, designer, brand?
I don't in particular have any, but I do see a lot of fashion shows by the iconic brands like Ralph Lauren, Boss. You see all these fashion show and you see all the well-known models that are catwalking for them. So you kind of admire them. But I would say my preference actually is more of an artist, Lady Gaga. I love the way she dresses. I would like to shoot her at some point if I'm opportune to. And Lewis Hamilton is also my favorite in terms of dress code. So
Okay.
these are the people that I probably would like to shoot at some point.
Well, who knows? You may get an email from Lady Gaga or whoever or Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
How do you make your stuff different to anybody else? How do you get ahead of the game, so to speak?
I think getting ahead of the game is about style. I have to have my own style. Anyone can shoot anybody with a camera, but I think I'll prefer I to be ahead of the game is to have a style that is different from what is out there because that's how you get recognized, having something different.
Are there any moments that you would share with us where things didn't go according to plan?
Yes, I think two occasions. One was at Lake Como in Italy, where we had a deluge of rainfall. This wasn't part of the plan. We had a couple of models with us. We were supposed to shoot some lingerie photographs. You can't do that in the rain. But we'd managed. I think lighting was poor because of the cloudy rain. So we had to adapt. We had to use lights, strobes, to help us with the lighting on the day. And I think the other occasion was in Madeira, Portugal, where the lighting was very poor. I don't think the organizers recognizes the importance of having proper lighting. They had disco lights, which would not help any photographer at all. I had to shoot in very high ISO throughout the day. Not very happy because post-editing means that I had to edit hundreds of photographs. So I think the lessons learned from the two occasions is to be prepared. Don't rely on what the organizer is going to give you. Make sure you have your own lights and everything just in case. You never know when you need them.
Absolutely. If you could go back and tell a young Robbie what you know today, or to anybody else for that matter, who wants to get into photography, what advice would you give them?
I think my advice, more importantly, is that you have to develop your confidence. You have to be very, very confident. You also have to make sure you collaborate because you can't learn it all. You will always learn from other people, other photographers. So if you have the opportunity to collaborate, to attend events, and sometimes you might have to do it for free. There's a lot of photographers out there, so you have to start from somewhere for people to recognize you. I think that is important. Your confidence and also having the right equipment. You might start off as having a cheap camera and just go out there, and just shoot anything that you can. That's where you learn your trade.
Okay, good. And lastly, I know you're a busy man, but do you have anything up and coming at the moment? Any shoots or any shows coming up?
Yes, we do. On the 16th of September at 162 Lee Street, there will be a fashion show called Couture Meets Photography. It's a collaboration between myself and a designer, Bettina Per, who is designer for and founder of houseofavida.com in Copenhagen. So we'll be showcasing some of our design as the main designer in addition to other designers.
Excellent. So that's Saturday, the 16th of September at 162 Lee Street.
Yes, it is. But if you can go online to get your tickets, Couture Meets Photography, you can get it on Eventbrite or universe.com to purchase your ticket.
Excellent. Robbie, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you for coming along and all the best on the 16th.
It's a pleasure.